Well, welcome in. Hello, everybody. Hi, 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 hi. Look at me, it's me. What's up, friends? I'm feeling spicy today. I'm feeling savory. Good morning to my friends. That's you. We're friends? But Paniolo Nate. Mahalo. Aloha. Hey, thanks for the bits, dude. And of course, Panda, welcome in. SSK Wolf, how are you? Tom Voxel, what up, Tom?
Tom Voxel's probably in the chat.
Hey, Tom Voxel, how are you? Welcome, buddy.
Tom Voxel.
Tom Voxel, self. Hey, we got RD 0007. What's up, dude? Woke Zombie, welcome in as always. Are you awoken?
Woke Zombie, will you share your syringe with me?
Please, I need that syringe. So, we're going to be working on mechanics today. I've got hype music playing, so you best know we're going to be hype. The energy must remain high and must never dip below a certain percentage. You've only just awoken. Good morning, Dizzy. How art thou, Dizzy? It happened, bro. Yeah, what's up, Dizzy? Anything I can help you with? Hey, we got Nervex. What's up, dude? Welcome in. Oh, I turned it down too low. Let's see. Setting up volume. Comfortable. Can you share the car driving mechanic? Yes, I can. Let's go take a look. I was actually booting up the correct map, so I can show you right quick. And this goes for anyone. If you want to see some of the mechanics that we've explored on stream, feel free to ask. So let's take a look. A couple things. I had changed the avatar. Cold Cuts! What's up? Did you bring sandwiches, Cold Cuts? Breakfast sandwiches. So the first thing... First thing worth noting, Dizzy, is I've changed the model to a smaller humanoid that can fit inside the car. So the avatar, the main avatar, can't fit inside of there. One thing is there's a platform underneath that actually does seem to have a movement attached to it. But let me just take another look here. Yeah. So the platform underneath is constantly moving back and forth. But I don't think that matters. So I'm going to just change that and just see if this works real quick before I continue my spiel. So you hop in the Lambro. And the way I've set it up is that it actually stops moving, which is real good. So if you hit parry, it's actually going to stop moving. It does have a little bit of a jitter to it. But let's keep looking at it. So underneath the Lambro is a platform. This platform has the basic platform mechanics, as well as it has a couple of tags. It looks as though I didn't decide on a particular tag. And it does have this here platform. Doesn't have any tags, doesn't have anything attached to it. The only thing this kind of object, this carpet, is doing is preventing the player from sliding. So it's basically keeping the player in place. And it's doing so because when you grab a particular object, there should be an object inside of here that the player's grabbing. So it looks like it's this one here, this little after image. Right here. So I have inside of my Lambro several objects that are like hidden. So there's one underneath. I don't think this one's doing anything, so I'm not going to cover it. Essentially, I had put this in here to like turn it, but I don't think it's doing anything. This one, however, this is the main part of the Lambro. Yo, Saged, welcome in. How it do? Tom Voxel, listening to Dancing. Yo, dude, I love that song too. Welcome in, everybody. So Lambro itself is not pickable, as Nate had pointed out. So this object, this green Lambro, is not the pickable object. There's a couple things that shouldn't be here. So this shouldn't be here. The Lambro is just for looks. I'm gonna just kind of slowly go over everything, and then we'll have like a final draft of what's happening, because I haven't revisited this in a while. So we have the main parent, which is the object that we're picking up. The object that we're picking up, all it has is a pickable component. I gave it tags and such. I don't think these tags do anything. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and assume they don't do anything. And that is correct. So again, taking a look here. And we can even find my hierarchy real quick so we can take a look at everything. So here's the hierarchy. We have this image, and which is just a small object inside of the Lambro. That white dot there. That the player is literally grabbing. And so by grabbing it and having a non-collidable Lambro, I'm able to fit the character inside of it. The character is on a particular offset. And I am pressing E to get in, Dizzy. So it's like I grab the object, and because of the way I'm grabbing it, it places me just in front of this slanted piece of metal here, which kind of puts the character right in this crack, I believe. Right where these platforms are touching. And so that makes it appear as though, you know, I'm driving the Lambro. Keeper Top Shot, Zumzi, Karatros, welcome, my friends. How art thou? Keeper. Wake up. A couple other things, let's see. I have a platform there. And Zumzi, hope you're having a nice day. Man, everybody's popping in. Thanks, everybody. Nani? What happens if you enter from the front? Well, that's part of the reason, Dizzy, why I have these fences here. Because I want the player to enter from the side, or else it's going to mess up the entire orientation of the hot rod. I'm gonna blow my nose. Wait. Okay, we're back. And so, just to demonstrate, a couple of things. If we do approach from the front, we can in fact grab that middle part. And in doing so, it's going to completely muck up, you know, my entire operation here. That is not how Lambros are supposed to work. We also added a message broadcaster to the front. So this number pad here. That is dealing 1 damage on loop to everything within 4 blocks. And it's specifically any hostile tags on a 0-second delay. But yeah, it's relatively simple. The main deal is you put a platform underneath the player that has that required movement. And in fact, it doesn't even need to be a platform. I believe, and I'm just going to save it just in case I break it. Is if I remove this basic platform, as long as it has requires movement, it should still slide. See? In fact, I would almost say that's more consistent. Also, still very fun to mow down zombies. No offense to the zombies in chat. There's like this tactile feedback because the game is still calculating that damage whenever you run into something. And so it feels like you're hitting things, even though it's just lag. Very fun. Ooh, nice. Cryptomonete. Grizzly bear struck by speeding vehicle. Nani? Wait. I don't know if I want to watch this now. So, yeah, just to demonstrate, Nate, that platform actually didn't need to have anything on it. So, Paniola Nate, all it had was the tag requires movement, and that allows the player to be skidding along it. I had tried giving the player literally requires movement just to see if that works, and I don't think that did anything. So again, we can hop into the game and we'll... Huh. Well, yeah, I don't think it did anything. I'm just testing. But yeah, this was, you know, a testing site, so I was like testing new mechanics. Eventually I came with this, you know, like landed on this specific equation of the Lambro. I'm pretty happy with it. Is there anything else? Well, I did have another like hidden image. And so this one was made only to like point the Lambro in different directions. So just to see if it did anything, because I don't think it did, I'm going to place it right in front of the car. And so the only reason that extra piece was there was to like reorientate the car. And it looks like it didn't really do anything. So I can remove that piece too. So essentially I had made this Lambro with all of its mechanics, and I haven't really cut the fat off of it yet. Hey Shakespeare, what up, dude? Haven't messed with how to use my cars yet. Yo, this type of mechanic, I hope, you know, becomes more adaptable. Like right now, this was kind of like, it almost feels like it's a bug. So I hope they encourage more racing type things That's all. But yeah, guys, we're waking up. Thanks for popping in. If anybody else has questions, feel free. That's what my stream's for. So yeah, that piece, not necessary at all. I should probably check, make sure nothing was attached to the Lambro. It looks like it's good. What else? We had another piece here. Oh, so we did have a secondary platform. However, again, I don't think this is doing anything, because I haven't trimmed the fat. So I'm going to go ahead and place it above the car, then hop back in. That was actually the main traction. So we're going to put that right back where we found it. Aren't we now? Yo, Toby, welcome in, dude. And all of a sudden, my car's broken. Woo! Taran Slayer! Thanks for cashing in, dude. Welcome. And thanks for buying a creator coin. I owe you one. And if you have a meme in mind, Taran Slayer, you let me know. Mine? No, I said mine. Okay. So Taran Slayer, I'm going to send you a creator coin claim form so I can snag your address here. So it does appear that I'm flying. So if you just stay still, that is like one of the problems, I'd say. It does seem like I broke a couple things just by moving that one platform. But that also tells me that the other platform didn't really do anything. And so, like, if you stop moving, it's kind of glitchy. So, a couple problems, you know. Ooh, Taran Slayer. Where art thou? That should have sent it. But, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this as it is. We can revisit it. But yeah, I have two platforms underneath that have that requires movement function. And apparently one of them is extra. So do I delete one of them? I think so. Just so we can move forward. So I have two platforms here, one of which has a health component on it, and it resets whenever a certain death message goes out, which was Lambro 1.1, which if I recall was one of these. Number 1.1, so it's destroying itself. I think that was specifically so I could reset the car. And I had started to set up a button so like the player could respawn the car. Oh yeah, OG. You could definitely hear the footsteps too. What was the trick to prevent the player from falling off? It is the requires movement. So this tag right here. And this is what I discovered through VoxelBlaze. So VoxelBlaze showed this in his you know, like a quick tutorial of how they were doing their Rocket League type game. Sparky Snickle! What's up, Sparky? Hey, A's. What up, A's? Oh, no worries, Nervix. All questions are permitted. There are no dumb questions. There are smart questions, and so I guess by association there's not smart questions. So yeah, one of these platforms is I think useless. But I'm gonna just not worry about it. So again, just to reiterate, and we're gonna move on after I reiterate. We have a small super small object. It has to be small because it is inside the car and it needs to be visible. Because if you hide this and it's a big object, it's just going to be clipping through your car. So it needs to be small. And for this example, I have this white dot, which I've called an after image. So the after image, all it has is the pickable component. So when the player grabs it, it's offset. And that places the player on a specific part of the object. So let's say it has a negative offset. So that means when I approach it and I grab it from the front, it's going to place it behind me. And by doing so, it's putting me in between this crack here, between these two platforms underneath the car. The car itself is the next child in this hierarchy, and there's nothing on it, and it's no collisions. So there's literally no logic attached to this car. We have the grill, which allows us to damage objects, which is simply a message broadcaster that sends out damage 1 on a loop of 0 seconds. So anytime a hostile tag is within this range, it's going to deal 1 damage. And then we have 2 platforms underneath. I do believe only one of them needs to exist. But if we look, it doesn't even need the platform behavior. Instead, all it has is the platform requires movement tag. So this specific tag allows the player to kind of ride on top of it even when it's moving, so the player doesn't slide off. And then lastly, we have this part here, which essentially gives us momentum, I would say. So having this not only gives us a slight amount of momentum because it's literally pushing the player in real time, it also prevents the player from falling backwards. So let me know how your tests go, those of you that are making some. Which Solana wallet do you recommend? Karatros, I recommend Phantom Wallet. Yeah, Phantom Wallet, keep your top shot, also recommends. Yeah, Phantom is like the equivalent of MetaMask for that blockchain. It's just the most well-known, most supported third-party wallet. But yeah, it's a little bit convoluted. I could recreate it, but yeah, I think my description will help any of you that want to revisit this. You know, just replay the VOD. You'll be able to scroll down and see what is in my components. But today, we're going to be practicing more boss mechanics. So we're going down to level 3. So a couple things. We want to practice having projectiles shoot from this dragon. So I left it off in a specific kind of placement for projectiles, like I was practicing with it. But then I watched Cyber Dragon's video, so now I have a better idea of what to do with projectiles. So we're going to find our dragon here and all our number pads. So basically what happens is it's going to be shooting out various things. And I'm going to start with just these 2. We need one that's an asset spawner, and then one that is literally just placed where the asset will spawn, and aimed in a way that will shoot whatever is being spawned forward. So it's relatively simple. Complicated is a better word. True is. Oh, you got a cool idea? Yo, let's hear it, Nate. Zumzy, every item in box edit is pre-painted. Change the first color automatically changes color of the asset. That's true. Okay. Hey, Mr. Mark, or Mr. Mayor Mark. How's it going? So we have an asset spawner. The asset being spawned is a fireball. The fireball is going to be spawning inside of this little blue square. So what we want to do is try and place it right hither. so that when it spawns, it's being sent out in a particular direction. Interestingly enough, it's snapping my number pad. I don't want it to snap. So I can just move it like that. Just like so. And so what is spawning this fireball? Well, we need a message. Red dot 1. So what is causing red dot 1? I believe it was this number pad that is detecting the player. And we want it to do on a very short loop. Let's see what we get just from this simple test. So it kind of just spits out a fireball. So for this particular boss fight, I'll probably have it to where the dragon is kind of like a stationary target, and the player has to maybe like navigate an obstacle course to get to them. And so all the while the dragon's going to be shooting fireballs at him. Sorry, my nose. I gotta blow my nose again. What up? To do dancing when I think of you. What's up? I'm ready to start dancing. So basically, every time we touch this pad, we want the dragon to shoot a fireball at us. I'm going to prevent the dragon from moving around. And we need there to be momentum. I've taken my cat for car rides before. She loves it. That or she's scared to death. It's I haven't quite been able to understand her. I don't speak feline. Ninja Turtles inspired. Love it, Nate. Sounds good. And Mark, welcome in. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy to try and break down, troubleshoot. Game Maker stuff is like, I get a lot of enjoyment and fulfillment from trying to like understand mechanics more. So feel free to drop your questions. So right now, I'm just trying to make this fireball shoot forward. So I think I need like some sort of platform mechanic. So what I'm going to do is try and have this platform here and make it go super fast. So we go 9 and we're going to just move it forward 0.1. That should give it momentum, right? Oh, that's the wrong direction. We want to move forward, which would be the Z-axis. Nope. Is it upside down? Oh, I guess that would be the Y-axis. So like that. -1. -0.1. You got it, dude. What do you think of that hot air balloon? Let's take a look, somebody. Ooh, colorful. So, oh, I see. Zumzi's hot air GB balloon. Air G balloon. I get it. That's clever, Zumzi. Sky's the limit. Ooh, and it's got the rotating colors. Man, I bet that took a while. Good job, dude. Yo, Ryan, what up, dude? Welcome in. How's my favorite teacher? Why you're not sure an asset with speed? That way it's faster? So, it is important to note, A's, if you're talking about the car, that I set my character to a custom avatar called Speed. And Speed, this custom avatar, does have 4 speed. So I think that actually might be a very important part of the equation. Just because we're thinking about it. And A's, thank you for mentioning something. If I were to change my character back to the normal player, let's see if the car still goes just as fast. Yeah, we're good. It's still pretty quick. I do think it's noticeably faster, though, with the speed character. Because my speed character, again, the custom avatars, which I called Speed, just for clarity's sake, he does have 4 speed attached to him. He has 4 catalysts. And yes, I would argue that he is a little bit faster. But maybe it's just I'm lower to the ground. Which ironically is how car enthusiasts describe, you know, going faster. It's just it's lower to the ground. How many nodes? Not too many characters. Oh, the balloon at... Yeah, I don't know. Probably more than 50. Alright, back to our fireballing. Our fireballer. So we spawn in. We approach. Oh, okay. So my platform now, it has a wait duration. So we got to remove that wait duration. Let's go ahead and turn this a bit. And then I'm also going to make a couple of these, each with a very short detection range. That way I can just walk over them and test it several times in succession. Yo, Jayona! Good evening to Bangkok. How are you? Ni hao ma. Ryan, starting next week, I'll have a new schedule for the rest of the year. Ryan, no, I'll miss you. It's true. But I hope you have a fantastic semester. Or year, I suppose. I'll likely be streaming more often. I want to start streaming in the evenings more often. So that is part of my agenda. So we can see it just kind of like plopping our fireball. So we need to adjust it in ways that make it, you know, fly. We want the fireball to just literally pew pew, you know? Don't ya know? So, a couple things. We need to check our asset spawner, make sure there's no delay on spawning assets, which there was. For testing, we don't need that. So it's still kind of like spawning it in a way that doesn't make sense. We're just trying to make it just throw the fireball. And right now the fireball is just kind of plopping out. So it's a little bit of trial and error. We'll just keep adjusting these number pads until they're literally colliding with the fireball. Yo, what up, Muason? Welcome in. How art thou? Fireball spawn. Okay, we're getting some progress here. Yo, Mark, thanks for the follow, dude. Welcome in. So our fireballs spawn. They have health components. So I think I set this up recently. Is when they spawn, after a short delay, they're supposed to kind of be destroyed. And I think that was attached to these here gems. So let's just take a look here. Ooh, that one's a destroy, so this one hasn't been set up at all. This one has the message broadcaster kill, and it's literally killing all of the fireballs. Let's just remove the delay. Well, I take that back. We do want a short delay. But it's waiting for that message. Suppose we'll try 0, see what happens. But then we're just going to continue to tweak some of these pads until we have the desired effect. That is not how fireballs are supposed to work. So again, this one's spawning it. So what I'll do is I'll try and pivot it in a particular fashion. Now it's just bouncing it. We might even, like, watch Cyber Dragon's tutorial. Just so we can have a better idea. Found it better to use a bigger asset and force spawn inside that asset without moving. So spawning it in the object, I see. So yeah, I was using that platform, but we just need it inside of a bigger asset. So let's try a bigger one. I think that's a good point, Dizzy. Thank you. Let's use this pedestal here. Wait, where'd my dragon go? There he is. So we'll remove the visibility on it. I think this is definitely going to send it somewhere. So it's a good start. I guess I was hoping to be more concise with the smaller number pads, but it's clear that doesn't matter. We do want a little more momentum. I want to see if I can give it a bit of speed with the platforming mechanic. I'm not saying this is going to improve it, but I am curious. In fact, it did not. So 0.1. So now it's just kind of vibrating. It doesn't matter what your numpad is. True, Nate. Pew pew. So it comes out of the area of least resistance. Right now I'm just kind of like playing with the mechanics themselves. It's clear I can't use this platforming mechanic as much as I'd like to. What else could I use? Nani. Heyo, Go West! What's up, dude? Welcome in. Woohoo! So I'm going to attach this pedestal to my dragon. And then remove some of these extra number pads. So what I will try, however, is deleting a couple more. I'm going to put like a floor above it. So I guess a ceiling. So that the fireball has to go straight. See how that interaction works. Huh. Those are some cool fireballs, huh? Let's try and give it a poop shoot type cannon here. Poop shoot. Now they're just plopping again. Bird function? That could be interesting. So one thing I'll probably explore too, because we haven't quite found. Oh, okay. So that's some interesting mechanics going on. It's like dunking it. And if my dragon was flying, that would make sense. However, it's not killing him. I don't know why all these fireballs aren't dying. So let's take a look at my message broadcaster. Oh, they're just out of the tag range. That's all. Zero. It's a zero. Put him right here. What's this? That doesn't need to be there. This one doesn't need to be there. I even left myself some messages here. Asset spawner on itself. That's fine. Fireballs chase the player. Oh, interesting. Okay, so here's a note I left for myself. And I'm going to give this guy animated flying. Just to see how it looks. And then lastly, I wanted to do what this sign said. What did the sign say? The sign says, fireballs chase the enemy. So I'm going to make these fireballs as a predator. So behavior is going to be predator. So that they're going to literally, as soon as they detect the player, run at the player. We'll see how that interaction works. So our dragon's flying. He spits out fireballs. Pew pew! The fireball does detect me. However, because it has collisions and gravity, it appears to be just kind of dead. And it's just dead. Move some things around here. It's consistent. It is. And I've just broken the consistency by moving it. So I want there to be that kind of mechanic of, you know, the dragon's flying in the air, spits out a fireball. See how this works. Nope, it did not work. So I think we want this to spawn on itself. Maybe see how that works. That's a negative Ghost Rider. Let's see, maybe we can put it behind instead, and then spawn it behind, see how that works. Now we're talking. And then we stop talking. So it's spitting it. Spit, spit, spit. But they are not flying forward, so we want them to fly forward. And that's what this kind of ceiling was for. Was to prevent the assets from going behind the character. I think my fireballs I also need to make more symmetrical and round. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it. Okay. Okay, well then. Let's try a different behavior. What if we gave it melee enemy? And, well, we do need the gravity. Can't avoid the gravity. Excuse me. What the? So right now it's just like spitting them out. So we want momentum. Which means I need to go the other way. Nope. No! I've been doing things too fast.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. So we could try the bird function. I think Game Dizzy has a point. It should add a little bit of randomness. Maybe we can add it here. Just to see what works, what clicks. So I'm going to add the bird function and then maybe do like 0.1. And put it right on top of our asset spawner. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. So let's just stagger it in weird ways. Right now we're just kind of trying to discover mechanics. None of this is really set in stone here. That's interesting. So it is melee enemy chasing me now. And it does have health. It's kind of interesting. So they're just kind of plopping out and then chasing me.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good. Interesting. Hey, that's pretty good. What else? We want to change it. Go forward.
This person is a pro.
This
Like,
person's a
How
pro.
much time did you spend here? This is crazy good.
And my message broadcaster still isn't really killing the objects. So instead, I'm going to do a damage on the objects. We'll try 25. And so what that'll do, and we'll up the range on it, is it's going to continually damage any fireballs that go out, and it takes 2 ticks in order for the fireballs to be destroyed. Let's see how that works. This is why you save your game every time you add new mechanics. My game maker just crashed. Ripperonis. Well, Game Maker just crashed on loading too. So, what's up, Game Maker? You need a break? You need a reset there, Game Maker? Exactly, Tom. Looks like we're good, though. But I'm quite grateful I saved my stuff. So everyone, it's almost 9 o'clock. So either the game maker crashes again, or when 9 o'clock hits, I'm going to boot up Marbles on stream, and we'll see who wins a creator coin today. But in the meantime, I can tell you already that it was my message broadcaster here that crashed the game. It needs to have a bit of a delay, or at least have a wait before broadcast. And we're going to change up the delay a bit. So a couple things. It's not spitting out in front, which is what we want. So I'm going to try a few things. One of which is just kind of stagger some more things on top of it. In fact, so many things that it has to go one direction. Perhaps even making like a cannon type mechanic. I don't think that's going to work correctly, but I just want to try anyway. And then I'm also going to send out messages on loop. So rather than having this message broadcaster, I want it to be receiving a different message. So red dot 2. So every time red dot 2 goes out, I want there to be a message. Or whenever red dot 3 goes out, or red dot 4. So I'm going to actually make several kind of like looping damage functions. And I'm going to remove the delay. In fact, we'll add a 0.1 second delay. And so this is just testing things. And I'm going to make a couple hearts here. And I use the hearts simply because when looking at them, I can be like, oh, that's a health component. And so this health component is going to be talking to this broadcaster, which I'm going to just tag with red. So the health component, it's going to be sending to the red tag the messages red dot 1. And then I'm going to duplicate it a couple times here. We'll have a 0.1 second death delay. The instant death message will be red dot 1. And upon dying, it's sending out red dot 1 specifically to this number pad. Oh. It needs to be sending red dot 2. Sorry. So red dot 2. And now, with this setup, I'm going to duplicate it several times. And adjust the delay. And change the message. So it still receives red dot 1. Which is whenever I touch one of these number pads here. Which I'm now going to kind of set to the side. So I'm only like touching one at a time. And so each one will be sending out a different message after a very brief delay. So it'll be like a damage of doot 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 rather than a immediate like kill effect. At least that's what we're going for. So the fireballs will essentially like destroy themselves in midair. That's the idea. Let's save before we continue. Now you're thinking of making an actual cannon with platform pushing out something. That would be awesome. A's, I think that's like the main mechanic too. And so just fine-tuning that, that's the secret. So we can see it's destroying the fireball before it hits the ground, which is actually something I like. I like that mechanic. However, I want it to be sent and literally destroying after it reaches me. And so that's the current problem, is we want it to reach me. And so that's all about finding and tuning that momentum using angles, geometry. Whoa. That's better. It looks like it's coming from above. Why do you think it crashed, A's? I believe it crashed because I had it waiting for one message, and as soon as that one message went out, it just went on endless loop sending out broadcasts. And so that's why I think it crashed. And yeah, maybe if it's fast enough, it will launch it. Well, I think we're onto something. We're really close to finding the correct momentum, I think. And like Dizzy said, the trick is to have, you know, a larger object inside of it. So what we're going to do is continue to play with different objects even. Like I shouldn't feel attached to that pedestal, for example. Let's try a car. Interesting. But it doesn't have enough momentum now. So I'm going to adjust some of these timers. 0.5. And this one will be 0.8. So it takes less than a second for it to reach the ground. And before it reaches the ground, it's basically going to destroy itself. Try a trash can. No, that's like the same size as the pedestal. Yo, Bengali, what's up? How art thou? Woo! So now Bengali's here, and the the energy is starting to deflate. That's based on me and not making progress. We're gonna do some marbles. So everybody pull out your marbles. It is 9 a.m., at least my time. We're booting them up. Sounds good, Panda. Pull out your marbles, yeah, Bengali. Wait for Panda, never. Ooh, Nate. Thanks for the bits. Alright, marbles. We're doing a random racetrack. Woo. Woohoo! And so, go ahead and type in !play if you want in. I know you do. And we'll play some epic music. Alright, time's ticking. This is going to be a quick one. 20 seconds to get in. !play if you want to play. Welcome, Dankoy. Is this the super long one? No. 10 seconds. Well, golly, we're working on projectiles today. But now we're taking a break. Here come the marbles. Ooh, Zumsy and A's in the lead. Tom! Let's see it. There's portals. What? I gotta catch up. You guys are like breaking everything. Who's in front? Why? Everybody's like falling off. Cold Cut's in front, but falling off. So everybody's like either falling off or hitting things. Oh, alright, so we got A's and Nervex in the lead now. Let's see it. Tom Voxel also falling off. This one seems to be a marble killer. Good luck, A's. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, see you later, A's. Also, Ryan. Everybody's falling. Wait, there we go, Nate. Let's see it. I think this boost is what's doing it. Oh, Dankoy. Hey there. Keep jinxing yourself, right, Ace? Yep, Nate even went off. See you later, Nate. But Dankoy is right there, right at the finish line. Let's see if they can pull through. Is this a deathmatch? It seems like it. It definitely seems like it. Ooh, RD and Nervex. Nervex! Nate, you keep just jumping off into the void. Yeah, I didn't see you either, Go West. So that when the collisions are removed, it's going to be neck and neck here. But then Karatros. Wow, this could be anyone's game. RD, Dankoy, Nervex. Karatros might be able to pass, though. Whoever stops colliding. Karatros. Slow motion. Looks like it's going to be a photo finish with Nervex. GG. Well done. Congratulations, Nervex. Everybody else just kind of passed away. Photo finish. All right, we'll do one more. But congratulations, Nervex, on that creator coin. Keep accumulating them. I'll probably have more prizes that you can redeem, but Nervex has cashed out several times with my creator coins. Love the marbles. Marbles is always fun. Let's do another random one. Why not? Only 4 survived, right? Jeez. Oh, this is a fun one. I like the art style here. Jakusha, welcome in. Good luck, racers. Archer Flew, hi there. Welcome. Good luck, everybody. Hit !play if you want to play. I'm going to hit start, and you have 20 seconds from the time I hit start to join in. This is a roughly a minute and a half long racetrack. Good luck, everybody. All right, race is about to start. Let's see it. Game Dizzy in the lead with Panda Pops. There's 2 Panda Pops. Oh, I guess Panda was the the leader on this track. So you fall down that Plinko machine, Jayona. Wow. And then it looks like you circulate back to the top and then fall down this middle section. Ooh, Dankoi, nice start there. Jayona also with a nice early lead. Still anyone's game. It's hard to track people with this one. There's so many different tracks. Try and get you an aerial view here. Zumzy, you went flying. You're gone. But Drakusha is way ahead of the pack, it seems. Yeah, Panda, there's 2 of you, one of which is like the lead track, so it's like the ghost. So you're like, you have the lead time, I would think, on this one. So that's why there's 2 of you. Drakusha is way ahead, by the way. Like, unfair, in fact. There's you can't mess this up, Drakusha. You can't mess it up. GG's, Drakusha. Alright, let's see who else can finish. We got Dankoi coming second here. Drakusha slammed that like lead time literally by 20-30 seconds, because this is Panda Pop's lead time right here. Nervex also beating it. Dankoi also beating it. Yeah, that's a huge lead time. But congratulations to Drakusha. I will send you a claim form here so you can claim your own creator coin. Because I don't believe I have your in my address book. So I'm just going to send you that form real quick. Congratulations, Drakusha. All right. You know what? I'm feeling generous. You guys want to do one more? This map hates you. I know, A's. This map told me it didn't like you. Good morning, all. Hey, 9A, what's up, dude? The Force. This one seems pretty popular. The #1 choice, the paperclip strat. Last track. Everyone bust out your marbles. Let's see it. I'm playing this one. If I win, you guys don't get anything. It's just the way of the world works. It's the last track of the day. Thanks for playing, everybody. Then we're going to get back to work. Wrap up in about an hour from now. If you win, you'll donate the coin. You're too kind, Bungali. Jayona's chugging a Red Bull. Alright, 20 seconds until start. You guys have plenty of time to join in. First come, first serve. Let's see it. Alright, keep your eye on the marbles. We're tracking Jayona. Nice lead, Jayona. If you look at that yellow number, that's what lap you're on right now. So everybody's on lap 1. It's a 3-lap track. Nervix in the lead now. We'll watch everybody zoom past. No. Yo, Iziology, what up? Nervix with a sizable lead. Don't mess this up, Nervix. I had to say something. I had to say something. I wish I could boost, like, certain people. So if you didn't know, the exclamation point boost command may or may not work. Supposedly, there's only one mode it works in, but people have sworn by it, and I won't tell you otherwise. Nervex is not letting anyone catch up. That's a win for Nervex here. GG's. Yeah, I don't think boost works on any maps, except for the boost maps, obviously. But congratulations, Nervex. That's our last match. Congratulations. Nervex, was that 2 wins today? Was that 2? You gotta give people chances, you know? Congrats, Nervex. Pity coin, Nate, you can have some spam wasabi. Gotta enable the boost on the other maps. Oh, I see, Zumzy. Well, let's just take a look here. I want to see if I can do that. Just for next time. And then all of you will be like, wait, you enabled the boost? But only those of you here right now will know. Won't win for a month now? I don't know, man. Who knows? You can let that ride. So, I just want to look in the settings. Maybe it's in profile. So game key, nope. Terms of service, sure. Account, nope, that's me. So I don't think I have any options here. It might be the in-game options. But there is boost mode. And then you only get to pick from these modes. There are these 3 different tracks here. You know, we haven't ever explored any of the community maps. So maybe next time we'll do it. Oh, I just started the create. I'm not going to be making a map. I just wanted to click buttons. This looks interesting, though. Alt F4. Alright, everybody, we're going to jump back into the Game Maker now. Thank you so much for playing. Good luck, everybody, with your, your next marbles races. VIP does have some perks, I suppose. Sounds good, Panda. Thank you much. So, the mechanic we're working on is sending out fireballs at a rate to where they explode upon impact, and they need to be sent quickly. So right now I'm placing an object with collisions directly in front of the spawner here. It's supposedly, it's going to fly through the path of least resistance. So like I put that building there, it's supposed to literally like fly through the building, gaining momentum because it's kind of what's the word? Sending it, like ejaculating it, or evacuating it, I suppose. But we want it to be sent kind of downward, and right now it's kind of going up, so we don't want that. We want the opposite. So I need to continually tweak this until we find that correct angle. So right now it's just kind of like plopping out. And so this fireball, looks like we had something with this one. But it's like sending it upward. We don't want it to go upward. But hopefully you can see what I'm trying to create here. It's more or less a projectile. Okay. So right now we have the momentum. The momentum looks great, but it's not sending it towards me, the player. Let me just turn off my quests here. We don't need any quests on right now. So all it really is at this point is like finding that sweet spot with the assets in front. Now, speaking of, this is actually a quick tidbit, a little tip, and someone told me about this. They wanted to be anonymous. But if you duplicate an object, it's going to duplicate it towards the camera. So if you noticed here, upon duplication, it literally made an object closer to my camera. So if I were to duplicate it again, it's duplicating the object closer to the camera. So just a better example might be like this object. So if I have this on the ground, facing the camera, it's going to make one closer to me. If I turn the camera, duplicating it, it's making it closer to me. So that might be used for something specific, like let's say you're setting up a fence. But yeah, just it's because it likes you. True. Perhaps 9A. Could be anything. But I'll settle for that explanation. Yeah, I always thought it was kind of random too, Woke Zombie. So right now it's spitting out fireballs randomly. It's also worth noting the dragon is facing me whenever I step on something. So I set that up to where the dragon's supposed to turn towards the player. And that does appear to be affecting the trajectory. So the path my projectiles take. So I should probably turn that off for now. And that was in this face avatar mechanic. Yeah, 9A, 7A, I did look at it, and I liked how Cyber Dragon was setting things up, and I'm essentially using the same mechanic. But we might revisit that video, because it wasn't very useful. Very useful. That's actually closer to what we want. what just happened there. Cool. So that's much, much, much closer to what we want. So now we need to kind of tweak things, a couple of the settings here to where it's destroying it faster. So I'm going to try a 0.1 on this one, a 0.2 on this one, and a 0.3 on this one. So we're essentially dealing a lot of damage in like 0.3 seconds. And that's all to the fireball. I'm pretty happy with this. Yo, this is my song too. This is like my brand song now. Burger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. We'll turn it down a little bit. So testing it one more time. I don't know why it's still starting the quest. I thought I disabled the quest. Okay. And so now I'm going to turn on other mechanics that we've added, such as look at the player. So if you notice, my dragon here, when he turns, it's turning that projectile. So I also want to turn this building. As well as these kind of angled platforms I've made. So it'd be red, C1. We'll save. The original song's not that cool. Oh, nice, Woke Zombie. Me too. I do that part off stream though, because people would leave. Me, myself, and my moobs. Okay, so the dragon should now face us when he spits out these fireballs. Let's just see how it looks. And the game crashed. So why would that crash the game? The only thing I changed was that it faces me. And it's moving these invisible objects. I'm actually unsure why that would have crashed it. So we're going to test it again, see if it crashes again. It might have just been the game maker catching up with me. Woke Zombie, do I love it? Is it part of the job? Yes. Paniolo Nate says, did you find any disadvantages in mechanics with using the small human for Avatar? So Nate, the only difference would be animations. So for example, you wouldn't have like all of the different attack animations. You don't have all of the dance animations. You also don't have future proof. So like the medium humanoid has, you know, future proof, as in like whatever equipment you attach to it will work. The small humanoid actually does wear equipment. However, it's not consistent. So let's just equip some random stuff here. And maybe something will break. So like if I were to put on some of the default equipment, it's going to look odd, you know? I mean, it kind of looks epic, to be honest. I'm ready to fight dragons. So I did save it before the game crashed, and if you noticed, it's not crashing again. So I think it was just GameMaker catching up. It was like, hey, I can't calculate all of these things. Let's take a break. Yo, Galador, what up, dude? Welcome in. The Game Maker Breaker. I think breaking the Game Maker is, you know, part of game development in itself. At least at this stage. Paniolo Nate says, did you use the small human as the template? So, Nate, I actually did use the small human template for this character. And then all I'm doing is swapping out the custom avatar, which I've never tried this until now, so we're about to see what happens. But I want to use this little spider here with equipment on. Aw, we don't get to see all the equipment. I was hopeful. So that is worth noting. The small humanoid does get to wear the equipment. Only compatible with humanoid avatars. So that's important to note. Isn't there like a large Viking? Ooh, I made Buff Santa. Let's see how Buff Santa looks in equipment. Well, that's a monster. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that off my screen. So, what else? We discovered that when the dragon aims at us... Isn't that scary? Oh, he doesn't even dance. That's even more scary. So when the dragon faces us, it's not exactly aiming the fireballs in real time. So like he's gonna face me, but the fireball still goes the wrong direction. So there needs to be a bit of a delay, I think. So each one of these needs to be a different message than the one spawning the fireball. So we're gonna change this up a bit to where when it detects the player, it's sending out red.0. Red.0 is going to turn our dragon and also send out red.1. So we'll see how that interaction works. Save it before we continue. Yeah, that beefy Popeye arm. Exactly, Galador. But Galador says, working on some assets, messing around with triggering 3 different animations on the same asset. Nice, Galador. I was able to do 2 consistently and, you know, without breaking things by using the door. With 3, Galador, I did also test something like that. And it required a lot of timing. So that was this here. So we'll just demonstrate it because we're talking about it. But let me know how your tests go, Galador. This is what I ended up, you know, finding as a adequate solution, I suppose. So I'd flip a switch, and you'll see this gem start moving. So you start talking, and then after every checkpoint it reaches, it's basically swapping that asset by destroying it and replacing it. So that was 3 different animations there. But also resetting it would be very difficult. But yeah, look forward to seeing how you did it, Galador. Other half wouldn't be happy with it? Aw, no. Oh, you like the chest hair, huh, Mog Zombie? Warg Zombie, I kind of want to make an asset with moobs now. Just because we started talking about moobs today. Sparky, have yourself a fantastic day. You are an 11, Sparky. Don't you forget it.
Really, on a scale of 1 to 10,
You are an 11. What's happening with the dance floor? Well, so glad you asked. Somebody had made a dance floor, so it's a custom asset. And this custom asset had a variety of dance floors. So I just pieced a bunch of them together and then kind of like cycled it. But over here, we have 4 different jukeboxes, each of which plays a different song and stops any other song from being played. Vogue Zombie, would it be? The exact animation you want, using the trigger to kill the previous asset, using the plant. Yep. So I did the plants, I believe, Galdor, but let's go ahead and take a look. Ooh, okay, so they have animated decoration, but then they also had an anchor. So the anchor had the health component, but I think the plant would work just as well. So I have health. What's this one do? So I have 2 anchors. One of which respawns it, the other would kill it. That's how that worked. Vox Machina, what up? Welcome in. So, our projectiles have gotten... We've made a lot of progress with it. The next thing that we would want to do is we want it to deal damage when it touches the player. And that's going to be probably the most difficult part. So I'm trying to picture how that could happen. Because we're spawning an asset. What's interesting is I had the asset quite literally as a melee enemy. And that was interesting. Because it would kind of chase the player. But it didn't really work that well. Ooh, this might be interesting. When it spawns a fireball, it's going to turn as if it was a bird before it dies. Oh yeah, Galador. So Galador, that's partly why I have these anchors. So this asset uses that animation, but then the anchor will use, you know, whatever other behavior. But yeah, we're kind of limited with the animated decoration. So that's why I started using the door. The door actually got me consistent results. Because, like, for Andy here, Andy had a door component that every time we interacted with him, it would cycle between 2 different taunts. And so I thought that was neat. Bird behavior still buggy in some cases. Yeah, very. Indubitably. A ball ache. Yeah, for sure, Wig Zombie. Aze asks, in a hierarchy, if a main dies, everything else goes away with it. Yep, you are correct. So, if a parent dies, it takes everything with it. Just like in real life. It's kind of morbid. Well, looky here. The bird behavior may or may not have crashed my game maker. I should have a... In fact, I think I'm going to have a counter. So let me set up a counter. I think we're on crash number 4 now. That's 4 game maker crashes. I should probably title that too. We'll pick a new font. Lovely. Huh, where is that? Timers? There it is. So we've had 4 GameMaker crashes today. We could probably shrink that down a bit. Back to it. Ah, yes, void behaviors. For sure, Halfd0rk. Spawners and voids. So if you're spawning it, if it's an asset spawner, how do you change the animation? So if you're spawning an asset that has animation, let me just take a look. So let's say I was spawning an alpha dragon. The alpha dragon would have asset spawner. We could give it an animated decoration, but I don't see how that particular would do it. We'll probably play with that though. So you'd be killing it, but also kind of the same idea of I think I'm starting to grasp it. I had to think about it a bit. But every time the dragon would spawn, it would also there would be a void near it. And so you could use like the health component to respawn it, and then the void component to kill it. And then yes, you would still need the animated component. So like, for example, one dragon would be eating, and we have a way to spawn it. Spawn for dragon 1. So it's going to send out spawn dragon 1. Spawn dot dragon dot 1. And so the health component would cause it to respawn to tag. The tag being this void. The void tag will be void.alpha, which we can remove the collisions on it. And then the asset being destroyed would only be the alpha dragon. Oh. I see what you're saying, Halfd0rk. That sounds like a very unoptimized workaround to have 10 different assets. But I also see how that could benefit, though. The pros and cons. So yeah, it would always spawn with that default. I think that's important. But you're also using 10 assets to represent one entity, which, you know, it isn't so far-fetched. It's just I don't think that's very optimized. Yeah, typing this AM. I still don't get how the void works. Well, A's, we can play with that a bit. Ooh, 9A, so you published it. We could also revisit your game. Page 1. Check check it out. But with the void here, the void is another way of destroying things. It's essentially removing things from the game. And it works a lot like how the plant behavior works, I've noticed. Because plant behavior, rather than killing something, it's literally just deleting it. So the void does the same thing, except the void can also delete blocks. And that's what sets it apart from, like plants. But void can also just destroy anything, such as the alpha dragon. And we can make it to where it's destroying it after a certain time. So we'll have one button that will spawn our dragon. So it's going to literally kill the dragon, spawning him on top of this void. And then we'll have another button on the other side. Right here. That when we interact with it, will start void. I'll do specifically start.alpha.void. It's going to send the message start.alpha.void, which would turn on. So it's requiring that message start.alpha.void. And when it does, it's going to delete any of the dragons. So just by talking to this gem, it'll delete any dragons within this space. We'll make the space a little bit bigger. This one, however, is going to spawn our dragon. So when we talk to it, it's spawning dragon number 1, which we can change the tag here to alpha.void. Death delay 1, instant death message was spawn.dragon.1. And then we also wanted to duplicate this. We'll come back to that. I wanted to, before I forgot, remove the bird behavior from our asset spawner, because that had crashed our game. So let's just remove that. But I see what you're saying, Galdor. It's a workaround until, the things are supported. And yeah, I think it's a clever workaround. Obviously, it's not optimized, but it works. And so that's what's most important, is it works. Okay, so when we talk to this, it's supposed to kill our dragon, causing it to respawn. But we didn't set the tag appropriately, so it just kind of respawned on itself. So our tag here is void.alpha. I think I chose alpha.void. So void.alpha. So great, our dragon's spawning. And right now he's completely intact. However, our void is currently not deleting him. So start.alpha.void is supposed to destroy any alpha dragons within this red box. And when we talk with this, it's sending out that message, start.alpha.void. You can have an idle and death animation, plus 2 more from door, although they won't loop. That's true, Woke Zombie. But if you're making your own asset and your asset is 20 seconds long, that's true. That's a very good point. So you just make a custom asset then that does everything you need it to within 20 seconds. So here's our alpha dragon. And now we're going to see if the void works. The void is now deleting blocks. And it should eventually delete this dragon. But it's not currently doing so. So our void behavior should destroy all. Let's try destroy all, see if that works. And the blocks we don't want to destroy. So this time, we just witnessed it delete my gem, but not the dragon. So it's still not deleting my dragon. So the void works, but it's not working like as I want it to. So what I'm going to try is a couple things. I'm going to make an asset and tether it as the parent to this dragon. And so that if... Oh, wait, what? What did I just tether? I somehow tethered the void on accident. Which, for the sake of it, we can experiment with too. So essentially, the dragon is now attached to this gem. So, if things are connected properly, the dragon will still die and respawn. But now, the void is going to delete not only itself, but also that asset. Interesting. So that actually worked as intended. However, the void wasn't deleting the dragon, it was deleting the gem, but the dragon was attached to the gem. So it was eventually deleted. So I mean, that worked. It did work. Can a void delete itself? I don't think it can. Now I'm curious. So I'll turn on the visibility. So dragon dies. We start the void. It deletes itself. The void actually does delete itself. And that was simply because the parent of this void was also the same gem that was the parent of the dragon. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. I think I got pretty much all the changes you suggested done. Tunnels, fixed camera, collisions. Very cool, 9A. Well, I'm pretty happy with the progress we made today. It was a little bit frustrating for the game maker to crash, but I did successfully save my stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. And let's check out 9A7A's game. Ain't easy being green. Taking the eternal battle for living room decor to a whole new level. Living room decor. Are you just memeing? Well, shout out to A's then for helping. But let's see if we notice any changes. I'm going to go ahead and kick on the EDM music. Let's get it right, get it tight. Okay, I can see the course is already vastly different. So can I kill this creature? It looks like it can hurt me, so I can hurt it. The first dragon. So defeating it didn't seem to do anything. Have you added sound effects, 9A? Just curious. Because I am using like my music. So we got the G-Blade. And this is a checkpoint, which I assume means I go down. It is very tight spaces here. There's only so much you can do about that. But, I mean, personally, I wouldn't suggest having it this tight. Maybe just giving an extra block for, like, breathing room. So it looks like we gotta jump across. I would hit my head if I tried to jump that way, but we're gonna try it anyway. So it looks like this is the wrong way, because I don't see where this could lead. So it's a parody, I see. What's it a parody of? Just curious. So it looks like we gotta go up this way then. So there are a lot of random holes here, which can be a little bit confusing. I'm certainly confused right now. Like, which way do I go? But I don't really see what path I'm supposed to take. So there's a jump over the lava you're suggesting, I see. So we jump here. And so there's not a clear direction right now, which is not a bad thing. Like, exploration is important and you have a checkpoint really close. However, I don't quite notice. Very hard to get without falling in the lava. Yeah, definitely need more roof. Some more space. Or like platforms inside of the lava. To the left, the end with all the lava? Okay. So I'm gonna slowly make my way over. So this, you said down towards the left. So this, in my mind, was down towards the left. I imagine I need to go up like that, because there's no other space for me to go through. So I need to jump across, and then jump up, and then up here, and then up. Yeah, so this is a very tight space. So it's hard to see it. Again, not a bad thing, but I would try and give like some direction. Like maybe there'd be like a dragon right here, like right where I'm standing, and the player would see the dragon and be like, oh, I gotta go hit that thing. Like maybe the dragon would be right here, like on this ledge. So I would jump here and then slash it. Just so like, you know, to give mental direction. Then we're jumping. This is incredibly tight, so like I can't really tell where I'm going. Jump down, jump up, jump across, checkpoint. Glad I hit the checkpoint before hitting that lava. I think that's what A's was talking about. Oh, hi guys.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Okay, they are currently bugged out because I was in a weird spot. But luckily, I've got a giant slayer, so I can literally just hack and slash my way to victory. So I did notice they all have a Curio A, so that's the default name. I would honestly just like select all and just change it to where it's just a Curio. But that's personal preference. A Curio A. I don't know why the A's on there, to be honest. So it does look like this is a one-way direction. The lava above does clash with the camera a bit. Let's see here. So we're going down. This definitely has more breath, as in like I feel like I can breathe while I'm exploring. Okay, it looks like there's a path here. Path. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel! My friends! What up? This is fun. Cute little scene here. Can I kill them? I can. Did I want to? No. But I chose to. What does it say? Break! Just says break on the wall. It'd be nice if this said something, just anything. Just like, walk up to it and said, wanted, sick dance moves. So moving on, I'm now looking for another secret tunnel. Which I don't quite clearly see where to go. I don't really see where the path leads. This feels like a dead end. Oh, I found an Easter egg, Nine. Nice. You're not supposed to get through. Oh. Gotta go back the original way. I see. Gotcha. So if I do recall in your first version, this path was blocked off. And it does appear as though I can't go back up the way I came. Unless I go up here, maybe? Nope, also a dead end. So I do have to die. Whee! Yeah, dying in lava was indeed faster. So back where the curios were. Oh, we have a plate. This plate is also very small. I would probably have perhaps even like a off-colored block underneath it. Before I'd found this, and maybe you can use this in your game. There are pavement blocks that are each a corner, and if you do 4 different corner blocks, it makes a box on the ground. And I think that would be really helpful for something like this, where a platform, lowers. If you have 4 blocks, that says, hey, this is a square. Something like that really might help you. Or help the player, I should say. It does blend in, though. But these plates are small, which isn't a bad thing. Again, it adds to the challenge. But I'm also not really sticking to them. So, like, it's still moving even though I, like, touch it. And so it doesn't take me with it. Yeah, I did it again. So that's a little bit of a... like a game maker thing, I'd say. Nope. I was trying to go for the static ones. Yeah, oh yeah, 9A. I think this has a lot of potential. And so everything I'm saying is just, like my, I guess, point of view. But yeah, some of these platforms are just so small that I'll immediately start slipping on if they move. Which can definitely be frustrating for a player. But also not too frustrating because you have this checkpoint, like, right next to it. So it's like, it's part of the challenge, And yeah, so I didn't even move there and it slipped me off. But yeah, I've been given a lot of feedback for my games, and so if anyone out there wants me to play their games, give feedback. It's literally the least I can do. Like, this community is amazing. So I'm glad to be able to do stuff like this. Live on stream. Help you. Okay. So I didn't move again, and yeah, it kind of just dropped me. So I'm looking for the static ones. Because that way I don't feel like I'm going to fall. And I had to say something. I had to say something. Yeah, some of them not killing you is a bit frustrating. I can see what you mean there. So in theory, couldn't I, like, run over by jumping on the tops and then just hit this ladder? But yeah, the tops of the cacti being damaging definitely seems intended. I would probably add, like, number pads that would also send out that same death message? Because it's sending out a damage, right? Is that how that's working? When the player touches the cacti? Tell me about that message, because I'm curious. Also, I'm like really struggling with this part of the puzzle. Speaker killing? Yeah. So basically a speaker is detecting the player then. Is that correct? So yeah, just having a new speaker on the very top. Man. Like, I think there's an appropriate amount of challenge here, but it's just little things that have messed me up. I'm not like a pro at parkour here. Parkour! No! But I'm determined. Yeah, like it's not taking me with it. And so like I'm landing on these pads, but they're not always taking me with it. And again, that's just a game maker thing. But frustrating for the player. It's like, hey, I did it correctly, but then your game said I didn't, you know? Whee! What's up, Archie? Ta-da! It only took me 10 minutes. Now we got our bird. The bird also, like, you have to just keep walking with it, or else it drops you. And then if you get clipped on the feathers of it, like, you don't even get to make the jump. Don't wait, it's too easy. It's too easy. Oh no, see? Like, these platform mechanics, I think it's just because the objects are so small. That's why it's dropping me. But I think you have a challenging parkour course. It just takes some practice. Because the mechanics themselves, like that wing, like every time it flaps, it prevents me from jumping. But it's knowing, you know, hey, that wing doesn't work, that you can be like, oh, so I need to, you know, jump at the right time, or I need to, you know, jump before I'm too close. So it's, I mean, it's part of the game, you know, part of what you've set up. But at the same time, it's also like visually doesn't represent what's happening, you know? So it's like, oh, I jumped at the right time though. Checkpoint. Nope. Yeah, it gets easier if you get used to it. For sure, Nine. I could say that about all of my games too. It's like, I know exactly how to beat it. But you have to like put yourself in the shoes of someone who hasn't, you know, spent X amount of time in it. But yes, mechanically speaking, you just have to get used to it. But that also being said, like, you could make custom assets that prevent things. Like, I don't know if you're able to publish things, but like an asset that is not that rock. This rock is probably the worst platform out of all of them. So, just based on my initial experience with this map. Also, you're using it as a bird behavior, so it's like very inconsistent. So if I don't move, it's actually probably going to slide me off in a second here. But again, like, it's part of the game. So, you know, all my feedback is just literally my experience, you know, playing your game. And it's not even a bad thing. It's just like how I'm interpreting things as I encounter them. So we have a plant. And we have goblins in the way. These platforms are great, simply because they're easy to navigate. But again, that also removes the difficulty. And the staircase is, you know, wonky, but in like a good way. Let's see here. So we're climbing. Then we have a jumping platforms here. We got some imps. You don't seriously think it matters, he says, but I killed him before he could talk. Does this one say anything? Like, if I move an inch on these platforms trying to kill him, it just destroys everything. Or it destroys me, because I'll fall. Then we ride the dragon. Very persistent. Hop on. Okay, I'm on. Take me with you. Oh yeah. The moving towers also slide. Everything is inconsistent, I would say, 9A. And by everything I mean what Game Maker provides. And so it's, you know, working with what we have. And then this message is very hard to read. I would honestly consider removing more of the walls so we could get a better view of this section. GG! Better grab it. And so that's the victory. Ta-da! Man. Good game, GG! But 9A, if you have assets that you want published and put in your game, you can send them to me. I would be happy to publish them for you, just so you can put them in the game. Escape from Hell. Yo, Halfd0rk, is that yours? I got some time. Let's boot it up. Yeah, 9A. And next time you update it too, let me know. I'm happy to play through your game as well as anyone else out there. So, yeah, Halfd0rk will end with your game here. The Escape from Hell, page 38. And yeah, I try not to be, like, hypercritical on my feedback or subjective. I guess it's always going to be subjective, but I want to give, you know, objectively constructive criticism. Halfd0rk Studios, get ready to put your skills to the test and go on a hell of a journey in this comedic adventure platformer game. Fantastic title screen. And a good good tagline. It tells me, like, I believe this is, you know, a little bit unnecessary to get ready to put your skills to the test. But I think this is a great kind of impromptu, like, oh, I have to test my skills. But you could just say, like, specifically, like, you know, parkour, like, give the player more of an idea, I'd say. Because all I'm saying is vague. Galdor. But we'll explain the idea. Yeah, for sure, 9A. Because I know game developers, we need that. So let's see what we got. I like the custom assets already. I like the platformer camera. It does feel tight, but not like constrictively tight. So like I can still see enough around the screen. What do you want? I'm very busy. What's this place? Where am I? What do you look like? Hell, obviously. Oh, there must be a mistake. Not my problem. Take it up with HHR. Okay. So my first thought is, does the lava hurt? And I can't touch the lava. There's invisible walls. So that's a plus. There's a sign here. Sign says tutorial. Hold down shift while moving. Left click. Yep, the basics. We can still attack. So the tutorial sign didn't mention attacking. So I don't know if we'll use that. So I can touch this lava. It appears. Just that corner there. Interesting enough. And I can hit. I can fall and land on some hidden spots. Touching lava or sharp objects will hurt you. Okay. So this is glowing. You found a weapon. It did... I don't know if that was collidable or interact. Let's see. Can I jump over this? Nope. Invisible wall. I like the coins. The coins are very colorful. And they still match the environment quite well. There is a ledge down here. So this ledge... Like, obviously it's not something I'm supposed to do. But I saw it and my brain's like, oh, I can jump down there. So that ledge down to the left. But the coins tell me to go this way. So we're following the coins. There's a staff-only door. It says unlock the door. We can't destroy the door. So if I recall, the key was on the left side. So we have to find the staff key. Which I recall was over here. What does this sign say? Hidden goodies! So look for anything that seems suspicious. So I see the key right there, but I also don't see how I'm supposed to get it. So I'm going to keep testing. Just throwing my body at it. Oh, a lot of custom sounds. We should totally explore the custom sounds. So I'll turn it up. And turn off my music. Nice. Okay, so this jump here. We just have to literally run through that lava. Oh, so apparently this was a ledge, and the lava, you're supposed to run through it. Good to note. But now I'm basically stuck and I have to die. Which doesn't really feel rewarding. Because it's like, oh man, I wanted to, you know, have a clean run. So someone who was like going for a clean run, they would have to, you know, basically kill themselves in order to continue. But I mean, you're in hell, so at the same time, like, it makes sense. It's like, hey, you can keep dying. You're essentially immortal now. So it says E to destroy. And E does not destroy it. Let me put my, So it says E destroy. Which, I mean, you can't remove the E. Maintenance platform activated. So that entire mechanic was basically hidden behind the sign, which is nice. And then this door here wasn't... Well, it was locked, so... Let's see. And now we're moving on. These guys want to fight me. And so they're using the blocked mechanic, which means I have to parry or break their defenses. So I can't destroy other signs, even though that other one said like, hey, destroy me. This one says pull. So secret area was found. So that's a nice little tidbit. Stand close to heal. So I'm curious why this object might heal me. And it's like a geode. Elevator platform out of order. Find another way to reach the top. Okay, so skeletons spawn after walking on them. I like the kickable skulls, that's nice. So initially, I don't see another path. I do see ladders. So I guess I'll try for the ladders. The ladders weren't exactly like super visible. Maybe when it says like elevator out of order, you can also have like, oh, I see ladders. Like kind of like an internal monologue. Where it's like, oh, are those ladders on the other side? Okay, music change. Looks like someone had a worse day than me. Dante's Inferno. It looks like I could fall off this. But I can't. There's ladders there. Looks like I could fall off this. And I can. This is very good level design, by the way. Like, all of my feedback is being, you know, like, mentally in the moment. But just enjoying the atmosphere. Like, it feels like a great platform experience. Oh, I missed a coin. So, upper level platform. That was a good hint with the suspicious looking rock. Because I wouldn't have known it looked suspicious. And I die. Always look on the bright side of life. So this says number pad switch on this particular stone. So I would remove the title from that. You guys can't hear the music? How about now? It might be just super low. Let me turn it up. Is that better? So we're going to the upper platform now. A bit better, still pretty low. I'll turn it up. It's it looks like it's loud on my side. So I don't want to blast anybody's ear holes. It's still low? Okay. So right now it's at pretty high volume. I'll wait till you guys say something. Maybe I'll turn up just one more. So, yeah. I've now unlocked the upper platform. So I imagine... Sure, I'll turn up the sound effects. Secret area? Nope. Well, it's more or less my balance for you all. So it looks like it's like relatively balanced now. I see. So there's spikes here, so it makes it kind of difficult to reset. Also, that ledge right in front of the chain Makes it very tough to get that jump. So this ledge here makes it to where I'll hit it if I try to jump above it. But if I jump like this, should be fine. Got the coin. You can stand on top of this. Looks like I could go 2 different ways. So we got office key and a mask and a shield. That's spooky. I'm curious if you tried other songs with this map. The song, there's new songs, by the way, Halfd0rk. I don't know if you explored the other songs. Like they came out with like at least 5 more songs. Would have been nice if there was a checkpoint up at the top. It doesn't appear like there was. Or maybe there was and I just hadn't reached it yet. Climbing. We're climbing. Oh, this again. So it's super easy to miss that, and then it just resets you. You didn't have any? Have you updated your game maker? I don't know why my voice went up so high. So if you miss one of these jumps, you basically reset. Okay, so we're up here. He says hang in there. I don't go any higher. So here's the lever. Pausing. That's the office door, but where does this go? I do see like something hidden, so I kind of want to explore. Got platforms, platforms, platforms. So I saw that light there, but apparently there was an invisible wall. So does this kill me and spawn me back? At HR? I hope it does, or else I have to climb all the way up there. Cool. But I see that invisible light there behind the skull. That tells me it's a secret, but I just tried to get over there and there was an invisible wall. Hey, no cutting in line. Well, I guess I'll have to cut you. Esgaloth. Next! What do you want? I'm very busy. The way you had next in there, I would probably say like up the size of it. Using a size tag. What do you want? I'm very busy. I don't belong here. Someone made a mistake. We don't make mistakes. Let's see what we can do. Do you have form D 41251233? What form? No, nobody said anything about a bloody form. Not my problem. Next. This is outrageous. I will speak to your boss. That's it. You're done. Nani? I like how his laptop just says 404 on it. And you have the little demon babies. Well, you can live. You kind of cheated. You weren't supposed to be able to jump on the giant dragon head. Oh, it's a GM bug. I see, Halfd0rk. Satan, CEO, founder of Hell. You actually made it this far. I'm somewhat impressed. What? You know I was coming. You're in my domain. Nothing moves here without me knowing. So you know why I'm here then? No, I know why you're here. I also know why you're never going to leave this place. But I can prove that I don't exist here. There must have been some mix-up and maybe not. The truth is, I don't really care. Escaping hell? Who heard of such a thing? Can you imagine how bad that would make me look? I guess you leave me no choice then. I'm gonna defeat Satan with my Satan weapon. Parry. Kind of awkward how combat is a little bit delayed with their attacks. This is partly why I want to focus on like boss mechanics. Because all it is a hack, slash, and parry at this point. Congratulations! You've defeated the Prince of Darkness. Awesome. Game over. Yay! Very fun. Like, these platform mechanics are perfect for Sandbox. And so I think this uses everything Sandbox has to offer. And yes, there were great sound effects. The music, I will argue, like, I think there might be better options. Let's just hop into Game Maker real quick and see if we have any other music. Like so for Iron Gauntlet here. Oh, hey, keep your tap shot. Very first game ever. It was fantastic, Halfd0rk. 30 custom assets and applied it for the December Game Jam. Yes, sir. I think Runeblade was about the same time, Halfd0rk. I do recall seeing your Game Jam submission. Fantastic job. But yeah, Runeblade, I believe I submitted around the same time. So let us just take a look at all the music options we have. And I think it might actually be easier for me to go into a different map. I set up those jukeboxes in my testing map, so we can test more than one song at a time. And then we're going to wrap up the stream here, see if anybody else is currently streaming. Thanks everybody for joining, thanks for hanging out. Karatros is actually streaming. What? I didn't know Karatros was streaming. So we'll raid Karatros after this. Go hang out with him for a bit. And so all of my jukeboxes here, we can attach a different song to them. So the songs are part of this radio. So let's just explore the 4 songs I already have set up. So I think all of these were like DJ songs. So we're looking for specifically for a new Hell song. Yeah, Halfd0rk, that's something I need too, is more signs. More visual cues. Visual cues are incredibly important. Maddox, welcome in, my friend. How are you? These are the new GM. Yes, the new Game Maker version has these songs.
Well, I got something to say right now, and I don't care who hears. I wanna...
Can you imagine being in hell and this song starts playing? I can. I mean, that would just be ironic and kind of funny. Or with the Eminem song, which nobody has yet to figure out who is singing this song. The blockchain rap.
Y'all ready for the sound?
But that would be hysterical to play through hell with one of these songs playing. But yeah, I mean, obviously you don't have to swap it out, but I think there might be a song worth testing that might fit better. That's all. There's Imagination Rock, Here With You K-pop. So I'm just gonna pick a couple random ones here. There's a Bollywood. We gotta test the Bollywood music. What else? There's reggae. There's TikTok. We'll try this one in the reggae music. I just want to listen to them all now. Huh. Okay, it was a bit delayed. This is Imagination Rock, which sounds... interesting. This does feel the hell vibe a little more. This is reggae. It's kind of interesting how they're adding all these songs with lyrics, though. So this is the Bollywood music. I don't know this song either. Yeah, dubstep Halfd0rk, true. Oh, is that really Avenged Sevenfold Days? No way. This is definitely hell music. Now I'm imagining like a kawaii Satan. So this is Avenged Sevenfold, you're saying? I think this would fit very well with the Hell game. I need sound effects for when I'm hitting these guys. I do wish there was like a lyricless version, like an instrumental. That would have been perfect. Avenged Sevenfold, I recall being a lot heavier than this. This feels like kind of corporate rock. Pump it up. That's hell music right there. Hell yeah, brother. All right. I'm just gonna see if there was anything else. I don't want to save it, so I don't want to save any of these. You dig? Oh yeah, Snoop Dogg songs. Meta World Hip Hop. Let's try that. What else we got? There's the default. We'll try the TikTok song. We've already tested a couple of these. Electro, funk, those are the default ones. So I think we've already explored all the new stuff. Yeah, I would say out of everything, the Imagination Rock might be a good fit. I think the K-pop song is like ironically funny though. Music You Matter from Bollywood. Okay, so after this, we're gonna raid our friend Karatros, who I had no idea was streaming.
I don't know if they really ready for this, y'all. Let's put them up on game, for real. Welcome to the metaverse, new kids on the blockchain. Count your NFTs, baby, it's the Sandbox. Hey, I know you see your freedom like no other. It's a new day, create, play, earn dollars. Welcome to the metaverse, new kids on the blockchain. Count your NFTs, baby, it's the Sandbox.
Oh, my quest wasn't working. True, Zumzy.
It's a new day, create, play, earn dollars. Money moving fast, call it quicksand, place.
What the? Huh, that seems buggy. Let me test the zombies again. The zombies actually have a lot of health, I believe. There it goes. So yeah, for the zombie quest, I should probably just give all the zombies 1 health. But I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of Game Maker. I'm not gonna save it because I had 4 songs already there. But we'll play some music here. Thank you everybody for watching. I've been your host, Halfd0rk. It's been a pleasure. Karatros is currently streaming. Oh, Karatros, nice, is creating an Oni NPC. Ooh, very fitting. So we're gonna raid Karatros here. So stick around, earn some channel points, and support our community by visiting other streamers. And yeah, thank you so much for your attention, and I'm glad I could help anyone with questions as well as play through games, 9A7A as well as Halfd0rk. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. I hope those of you that watched also go and play it for yourselves. Maybe you have your own feedback, your own input, and your own enjoyment of their games. Sounds good, Karatros. Looking forward to it.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great... Is today Thursday? I forgot what day it was. Have a great Thursday. See yas. Thank you, everybody. Still Thursday. Yes, it is. Thanks, Panda.